because you got to get away from taking these pills, because you're going to do yourself a disfavor when you wake up someday and can't digest anything, honey. So you can't do this. The Puritan 6, male. I tried eating just fruits for a couple of days and my blood pressure went higher. Well, get on the kidney formulas and stuff and open up those kidneys. You'll be okay there. Just chew, 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 chew. You're probably so acidic that you're holding water from the fruits. And that's real. Initially, that's what happens, is we hold water a lot from fruits. Edema makes the blood pressure go up. Now, can you rebuild bone in the mouth? Absolutely. I think I told you about a cancer case we had, that he had a tumor in his jaw here, and they cut up most of his jaw, got the cancer out, most of it anyway. And then I can't remember whether he did chemo or radiation, but it came back. So he came in here. We got this all cleaned out, and he had x-rays periodically through the first year here, and this jaw was growing completely back. That was pretty cool. We accelerated the growth of this jaw, and there was always a little hard knot right here. And he asked me, do you think there's any cancer cells in there? And I said, well, who cares? Probably, but your body has isolated it. It's closed. Forget it. You're healthy. You've won. That's it. Well, his oncologist kept saying, well, let me biopsy that and just see. Well, who cares? This guy was healthy. He was great. And so he kept asking his oncologist. His oncologist kept asking him if he could biopsy it. He said, no, I think I'm going to leave it alone. After a while, the oncologist got to him. 7 pokes, scar tissue there, 7 pokes. And I hope you can see this. This is how he died. I couldn't bring him back. He was on I think it was for, I remember right, 500 milligrams of morphine. Didn't touch him. The only way he could get out of pain, he stood on his head in the corner for hours. That's how he died. Ugh. I told him I'd shoot you, Luke, if I could. I would. I tell you, I look at that and I just, I have so many cases like this, so if you think I'm mad at medical doctors, that wouldn't be the proper word. It's just, it pulls on my spirituality at times, guys, so forgive me, okay? But I'm telling you, you sit in this chair and you have people come to you that's butchered. And this is one case. If he had just left it alone, he would have been alive and well. It took him a lot. We got him so healthy. The sad thing, we got him so healthy, it took him a year to die like this. Jesus Criminy. Okay, I have been dealing with eye floaters. Boy, oh, Luke. I've been dealing with eye floaters all my life. Is there anything I can do? Vancouver. I love that dog. I love your image there. Tassia? Okay. Floaters can be mucus at the best, and at worst, you're getting some retina detachment or some pupil detachment. I would sincerely suggest you use our eye wash to help move blood and lymph topically. Go internally. We have a formula called Visioplex. It is a lab's formula, but it has raw eye tissue. It has bilberry. It has a lot of goodies. But I would also look at my parathyroid gland to make sure that I have good, strong fingernails. I don't have spider veins or varicose veins or hemorrhoids. Make sure everything is toned and tight. Someone asked me about wrinkles. The same thing. That's parathyroid weakness. Whenever you see your connective tissue, you're losing it, you're wrinkling up. You see that in smokers who bring in acids without buffering it with a water pipe of some sort. You bring acids into the body, it sucks the calcium right out of you and you start losing your connective tissue. You get depressed. your veins bulge out, you have hernias, your teeth go, you get scoliosis, scleroderma, you start losing your form. And so this would be something I would look at in case it isn't just mucus. Mucus is a lot of times what we have with floaters, and the simple eye wash topically will take care of that well. But internally, you want to move your lymph, get that moving, because you run the risk of cataracts, which is cholesterol plaquing. Cholesterol, remember, cholesterol is the body's main antacid. There's no such thing as bad and good cholesterol. I mean, this stuff is so stupid out there. There's only cholesterol. It's used as the body's main antacid, adrenal steroids and phospholipids. And of course, the lymph fluid itself is a lipid-based fluid. Has to be to deal with acids, because acids need that extra protection of a lipid, or it will damage you. It's that simple. And so, calcium again. So use those things and see how you do. Get that lymphs moving, though. Let's see. My stepfather is Ted. My stepfather's 82, is starving to death. He got bladder cancer about 8 years ago, and they removed his bladder and used part of his colon to build tubes from his kidneys to a port to an external bag. Okay. Since that, he's had many infections, blah, 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 blah. Tons of antibiotics. He has a blockage in his colon from scar tissue now and has lost over 40 pounds, down to 120, and can barely eat, and some days not at all. The doctor and dietitian told him to go on a low-fiber, liquid, or soft food diet. When you mentioned sulfurs, it struck a chord with me, as I have suspected the antibiotic might have played a part. Yeah, really suppresses the lymph system. Yeah, he drinks Ensure and can eat eggs, deviled, scrambled, etc. Well, I think Ensure should be sued when they put their little bottle of Ensure hugging fruits and vegetables. What relationship does Ensure have to the quality and the health of fruits and vegetables, for God's sakes? That's a slick little commercial that I hate people that use dishonesty and deceptive advertising practices to sell a product. You give anybody Ensure that has a post-stroke or pneumonia, and you can see the mucus flowing. These are congesting formulas. They do not exude the vitality of fresh fruits or vegetables at all. That's a lie. That's misrepresentation of their product. And your stepfather's in trouble. So you don't matter whether he's got a bag or not. You're going to go after those kidneys. You're going to go after his adrenal glands. You're going to go after his lymph system. You're going to have to go after his colon. Because, see, he's so inflamed, he has so much acidosis that his tissue's scarring. And that's what makes scar tissue grow rapidly or grow adhesions, is acidosis. So you have to go after him aggressively, and if he can, he's 82, but if he's willing, then you get on the fruits and the berries and the melons as much as you can. He doesn't eat much anyway, but it's what he eats. You might get some green drinks around him just to kind of pump him up a little bit, because he's starving to death. There's no question he has interstitial lymphatic constipation in the gut wall. And so his kidneys aren't filtering his lymph system. That was obvious. He lost his bladder from that. And so you've got to get those two kidneys in line. Just because he has a bag doesn't mean that you can not save him and give him some more years of some comfort and some joy. So, Teresa, good luck, sweetheart, and go after him the best you can. Whatever he's willing to do, he can listen to this particular channel or this particular one for him, but you've got to get him absorbing again. So I would give him green drinks, some fruits and berries, some melons, and enough to say that what they have him on will kill him. My aunt's MD removed a swollen lymph node recently, scared her that it could be cancer. After they removed it, they found out that the swollen lymph node was not cancer. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. I removed my septic tank at home because it's full. But then I realized, well, I really didn't have to. I could have just cleaned it out. Now, I don't have a septic tank, and every time I use the toilet, it backflows in my house. Okay. After they removed it, they found that it was not cancer, and she still feels bad. They also scared her into doing a full hysterectomy 8 years ago, causing all her discomfort. Plus, she is hypothyroid, taking Synthroid. Would you send me your name? Sign that under there so I know I can talk to you by your name, because I love your code here. Well, to have the swollen lymph node originally tells you that what's backed up, your lymph system. And your lymph nodes wouldn't swell if your kidneys were filtering. So you're going to find her adrenal glands. Of course, she had a hysterectomy. So her lymph system was backing up in her ovaries, in her uterus. She either had fibroids or endometriosis. She had cervical cancer, ovarian cysts. All these things are a byproduct of your lymph system. And of course, your lymph system is tied to your kidneys and your adrenals. And so this is where you want to go here. Hope that removing that lymph node wasn't in a place that compromised the tissue on the other side of it. That's the seriousness of removing lymph nodes. So you have to work with her. Hypothyroid, use a glandular, then that'll pop up her thyroid, then she won't need to have to be on T4 there, and you'll get her thyroid back healthy again. But I can tell you she's just lymphatic up and suppressing thyroid function. Again, think about pituitary, but keep going with that thyroid thinking and you'll be good. There's a glandular called thyroid cytotrophin. Real strong and be very helpful for her. Nick. Hey, Nick, man. Rock man. Good dude, man. You know, you look a lot like Dan the Man here. You know, when I was in the woods, I had a good beard, and I had my hair probably down to my middle of my back, but people thought I was way out there. But I was I was a caveman, you know. I was all on oranges, and so I bet I scared a few people. So nowadays, the beards always got to me. They always make me itch. My hair is real thick. I'm glad I'm getting a little thinning. My hair is thick, and I never did like that. I haven't heard of this dude, but I bet he's a blessed soul. And you live in England, but you're from Florida? Come back, man. England's too cold, too foggy. I like Florida here. How feasible it would be to practice here in UK? Well, sure, it's feasible. As far as I know that I love Portugal. I love Portuguese people. I know I can practice in Portugal free. I know that the Baptista there, he paved the way. He was a senator, and now he has a top school there, the School of Science and Biology there. He's got a naturopathic school, chiropractic, osteopathy. This guy is a big dude there. I love to be able to do that in a country. You know, it's funny when you are trying to practice something like this that can literally cure 90-some% of the people that come to you of anything they're suffering with. The costs are so much lower than anything medical, and yet you're chastised, jailed, criticized. It's amazing, and yet they call America free. Portugal, so much nicer. A sad thing that we have to be that way. But you know what?